Right. I hope I'm going to be able to see people. I've just noticed the chat's not even showing on the fucking side. That's weird. Right, I can do the pop-out chat. Yeah. I wonder if I get rid of that. Yeah. The live chat is completely fucked up on the side, but I can do the pop-out chat anyway. Right, I just have to have that overlaid. Typical YouTube, fuck everything up. Right, yeah, wait for some people to come on. I might have to go and check my page in a minute. See whether the chat is actually showing. It isn't for me. Oh, they are. Right, Rich, it is. I was going to say, it down the side of the page, it's not even shown. I can do the pop-out chat, so that's right. What have you been at today, Rich? Did you go in the shed? Where the fuck have you been? Getting ready. I've had a headache all day, so I had a bit of a sleep earlier. And by the time I got up, I didn't have time to, you know me. I had half an hour, 45 minutes to get ready, and I was still late. Zed, you right, mate? CM military, you right, mate? How are you? They're boiling hot as well. I got sent a couple more knives from Prepper's shop. They're good knives, but I must admit, a lot of the knives they send me, I probably wouldn't choose myself. But you know, if this is what they want to send, this is what they want to send. So, but that actually, if you look, that is actually raised. It's actually quite. I'll be honest with you, this is quite a nice knife. As I say, not something I would probably pick myself, but that is actually quite nice. You'll see it soon. CM said, good, thanks. Been up to it. No, not today. Today's one of those days. Fridays, I have to look after my niece and nephew after school. So that prevents me really going in the shed. Now, to be honest, most of today's just been sort of lazing around doing fuck all. And I suspect that's why I've had a headache all day. I haven't woke up properly, in a way. You know what I mean? I'm still deaf as fuck as well, though, which is annoying. Richard said, yeah, went in the shed, got most of the sword tip done. Nice. I should look forward to that, Rich. Brave fire, you right, mate? I had to cut my fucking beard and mustache getting in my mouth at the minute. Tactical says, don't say Prepper's shop. It would all be camo and binocular stuff. Or Peeper's shop. Yeah, sorry, Peeper's shop. Yeah, camo and binoculars. Dexter, you right, mate? Oh, you received your quivers. Nice one, mate. That's good. That's good to know. Thank you for letting me know, mate. I appreciate that. Yeah, because you know, obviously, I just have to hope that people get them. You know what I mean? Glad you got it. Talking of crossbows, me and Tactical Pirate sent me a link to something I knew about but had completely forgot about because I never see them in stock over here. Me and him have both bought the Horizon Redback RX, which is the Redback with a magazine on it. Looks pretty good. From what I can tell, there was a couple of comments saying about you can only load them from like underneath and then you have to put the magazine in. And I think the whole point of it is you buy multiple magazines, load them all up, put the magazine on, shoot your 5 bolts, take it off, put another magazine on, shoot your 5 bolts. Actually seems like quite a good setup to me. And I've been already thinking about making my own bolts for it, and I reckon I could make them pretty easily. Fuck, I got hair in my nose now. Where am I? CM said, a bit like me, really. They sent me some knives, which I personally wouldn't have bought, but 3 knives are 3 knives. Exactly. That's it. 3 knives are 3 knives, aren't they? And yeah, I'm grateful for them. They're nice stuff. I do like the shape of these. I'm not really into decorative knives, that's all. Yeah, that's actually really nice fucking quality. When I do the video, I'm going to do some nice high quality images of this so that you can really see. Yeah, that's all. You know, I don't know how to describe it, but actually raised, you know. Nick's knives, right, mate? He said, I actually kind of like that one. The other St. George's knife was a bit garish, in my opinion. Yeah, there's something about this. It's actually really nice, I think. Right, Peach. Zed said, has been very windy. Has it been very, very windy where you are? It's been blowing a hoolie down here. We're supposed to get 80-mile-an-hour winds tomorrow. I know Stu was getting that already. You know what, Zed? I don't actually know. I haven't been outside, so I haven't noticed it's that windy though. Actually, I saw a video on it. Seems to fit normal redback bolts, so maybe interchangeable. Or do you mean the magazine will fit a normal redback? I think you mean the bolts, don't you? CM said I do like that knife. Yeah, it's quite nice, isn't it? It's a lot nicer than it's nice anyway, yeah, put it that way. Double Sabu, you right, mate? Cheers for sending me that thing about the flip knives. Fucking flip knives. Joke, innit? Timbo, you right, mate? That said Richard. Yeah, it's been quite wet here as well. I missed that with Rich. It's been raining non-stop. Chris meter several inches of snow here in Montana. Global warming, my ass. Yeah, I'm unaware of the weather at the minute. I've looked outside, obviously. Oh, the magazine. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure, Tactical. I don't know if that was because I've looked at. Put it this way, on the one that we've bought, this bit here is completely different, and so is this bit. But I suspect you could take that out, take that off, put those new bits on, and then a magazine would fit on it. But I don't think it would just fit straight on, personally. We'll see when we get them, won't we? Natural Born Serial Killer, you right, mate? Nick said I read that earlier on Liam's stream. What the fuck is a flip knife? Well, exactly. Technically that's a flip knife. This is a flip knife. Laughable, isn't it? There's no such thing as a flip knife. And to make things up. No one's ever called a knife with a flipper a flip knife, have they? Apart from these stupid fucking journalists. Thatcher guy had it red back with green limbs. Nice. Yeah, I think you'd be able to change. From what I can tell, you would change the front sight and change the actual whole trigger block bit, and then you could do that. Maybe they do the green version and the black version. We'll have to see. Peugeot destroys, right, mate? Ferrin Victor, right, mate? Sorry if I messed up your name there. Mr. Cheesy, right, mate? How are you? That would better get antenna down if it's 80-mile-an-hour winds coming. Yeah. No, they specifically mean these, Zed. They mean these because they're already. I'll tell you how I know because they've been going on about changing the laws for the because battle songs are already banned, didn't they? No, you ain't got all the details, have you? Anyway, yeah, I'll tell you what it is, Zed. Don't forget to tell me your bit of news you're going to tell me. There was an article. I can find the article if people want it. Basically, they're going to do another amendment to the offensive weapons lists to ban all curved swords over 50 centimeters and flip knives. But what they mean are knives with flippers, with a flipper foot thing, you know. Knives you can flip out, basically. Because battle swords are already banned, didn't they? Lewis, you right, mate? How are you? He said you heard about YouTube putting ads on all videos, even if you're not eligible. Nearly couldn't say that. If you're not a partner, you don't get a penny. Yeah, that takes the fucking piss, don't it? The only good thing about that is maybe videos that don't get seen. I may actually get an advantage out of it. Because my videos that don't get seen, if YouTube start putting money on them, they might share them out a bit. But that's not a fair thing to do. But for someone like me, I might get a bit of you know, if YouTube realise they're going to get paid out of my videos, they might start whacking them up the fucking thing of it. You know what I mean? Richard said, also going to sell most of my polearm heads I made for myself. I only need cleaning up before I list them. Yeah, well, have you done a Etsy yet, Rich? If you have to let me know. But Lewis, I had seen that. About that. CM said, did you say something about flick knives? I have a black one that opens up sideways. I think you have the same one. And you can flick it open. Well, technically, a flick knife is a switchblade, isn't it? Which is illegal. A flick knife is something where you press a button. That's the definition of a flick knife. These where you could flip it out and I suppose flip your wrist, but there's no spring in that. Put it this way: if you've got a knife that has a spring in and it opens semi-automatically, that's actually illegal to own now. Joshua, you right, mate? Got work tomorrow, have you? Pete said, anyone want to buy some flipper knives? Stag, you right, mate? I might have to put slow mode on in a minute, but I won't put it on long. Sam said, well, mine is locked into place. Oh, I get you now. Sorry, yeah. I get you now. They said, oh, what a great idea. That'll stop all those people getting stabbed with kitchen knives. I know, it's laughable, isn't it? Lewis and I came in just as you was talking about a sword ban. I'll tell you what, I'll get the article up for everyone quickly so you can read it. History. I wonder if that's still in my copy and paste from earlier. No. Hang on. I'll find you this link. I don't know how realistic it is going, happening. What time was that shit? What time was Liam's stream today? It's quite early, wasn't it? Yeah. I'm asking about Liam's stream because I shared it on his stream earlier. All right, hang on. When I got the pop-up. Yeah. There's that. They're on about banning swords. Right, hang on. I'm going to put slow mode on quickly. I'm getting massively behind. Yeah, they're on about banning swords that are curved over 50 centimeters. So straight swords will be fine, like usual. Still, yeah, it's laughable even that. Oh, you've done an Etsy store, Rich. You'll have to show me it. Nate said I can't find the Tomcat 2 anywhere. Can you help? I think pretty sure the only place you can buy it, Nate, is what's that place called? Is Springfield? Is it Springfield Arms? I'm asking on here basically. Springfield Arms, is it? Can you not remember? Is it Enfield Arms? Enfield Arms, not Springfield Arms. Enfield Arms. Oh, Lewis, I'm not sure actually. I think I don't know because isn't that already exemption if it's handmade? It should. I'm not really sure, Lewis. There's not a lot of detail in it, in all honesty. If you read that thing, all it literally says is they want to change that bit to make them illegal. So I don't know if that would still mean antique ones. You know what I mean? Object history, you're right, mate? He said, we'll only be on. Hang on. We'll be on until a work meeting starts in 10 minutes. We'll try to make it back. Good to see you on, mate, by the way. That's a part one. Oh, yeah, that surprise. Okay, last week, took my Tomcat 2 round to a mate's for a bit of fun. I chose that one because it's not all that powerful. All right, I'll wait for part two. It's a sword bans and nobility did that in Europe to enslave the lower classes. In Spain, the machete became the sword of the proletariat because it's exactly. Oh, they can't ban tools, so you can always go something else. Do you know what I mean? I'm man Spartan. You're right, mate. Did you see slingshot rifle's barrel bent? Must have been a thin tube inside plastic. But my barrels are solid still. They're very strange. That was very strange. The only thing I would say to slingshot, I can see he's on, like Crypto. When you get the new one, it might just be that it's very stiff. Sometimes with air rifles, say if this is the barrel of the air rifle, don't just grab it and pull it down. Sometimes you have to sort of hit it to open it, where the catch is so new and tight. That may be what happened. So you might have to tap the end of your barrel when you get a new one, and it might open then. I suspect that as a default anyway, because I've never seen anyone bend a barrel on a gun, on an air rifle. But yeah, Lewis, I really don't know, in all honesty. It's just something that got sent to me by Jumbo Sabu. Cheers, Nate. Yeah, Enfield Sports sell them. As far as I'm aware, Nate, Enfield Sports has the sort of not the copyright to them, but whatever it is, you know, the right to sell them, and they're the only ones. Timber said, police warning people about the ban. That may not happen. Yeah, exactly. It's stupid, isn't it? Lewis said, had enough of constantly being on the lookout for new logs. And it drives you around the bend. It pisses me off, Lewis. It drives me around the bend. Because you can't fucking relax properly. So that's a part 2. We were using one of those backstops you showed how to make. With a big round of tree trunk and as an extra safety feature. All right, I look forward to part 3. CM said, I'm taking part my knife now to see if it has a spring or not. A lot of flashlights. An evening ban. You right, mate? Hey, click this. I don't know how realistic it is. Dexter said, I got my Tomcat Mark II from Enfield Sports. That's it, Dexter. I couldn't remember what it was. Yeah, for some reason I was saying Springfield Sports. Yeah, Enfield Sports is what I was on about. Yeah, Enfield Sports. That seems to be, as far as I'm aware, they've got the rights to sell them, and that's it. They're the only people who have. Yeah, so I've got on the way the redback with the what do you call it? The redback, horizontal redback with the magazine on it. So what I might do is basically take the magazine and the parts off, or just take this stock off, and I'm going to set this up with a magazine, basically. Or put this stock on the redback. I ain't really fussed. Whichever's easiest. Zed said, long story short, I missed the first backstop. Hit the second one. Air rifle pellets just bounced off. That bolt went in. Yeah. Yeah, they are more powerful than you think, aren't they? And they're a lot more powerful than the old ones, aren't they, Zed? CM said, I don't have a spring, but it's like a lever action thing. I sent you a picture of an Instagram. All right, I'll have a look in a minute, mate. You could have a look. Right, hang on. So I should be able to get the chat up still while I'm looking. All I've got on here is it says disappearing message. Use the Instagram app to see this type of message. I'll have to do it on my phone. Right, I'm going to try and catch up a bit. Tat said, back in and I'm soaked. Went out in shorts and t-shirt. Fuck's sake. Ain't said, who wins from band swords? Exactly. Well, no one. Dexter said, how long have you been waiting for the redback R6? The RX? The redback with the magazine? I only ordered it last night. I think it was last night, wasn't it? Tactical. Richard said, a slingshot rifle seems rather practical considering. Where do I buy a good one? I'm not sure where you can buy them. Saying that though, I think you can buy them on. You can buy the parts on eBay essentially. Yeah. Krypton ordered 50 caliber hard rubber balls and 43 caliber hard rubber for the CO2 shotgun. They come in jars of 100. That's good. That's good. Yeah, get a nice lot then. Are they cheap or expensive? Purchase a fuck's sake tactical moaning about being wet. You got the world's worst pirate. Oh yeah, Zed's carrying on. He said it went in just over 1.5 inches. Admittedly, this was what I'd class just as over indoor range. If you could do that in seasoned wood, imagine what it'd do to do a lot deeper to flesh. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, Zed, if you have different bolts in them, they're going even deeper. What bolts was you shooting? That's more serious because slow mode is on. Is that especially for me? Because I'm a bit slow. No, it's especially for me. Not because I'm slow. Well, it is because I'm slightly slow at reading these, but not that kind of slow, put it that way. There's a Tomcat 2 I'm on about. Oh, no, oh, the old one, you mean? Oh, nice. Yeah, is that what you mean? The old one or the Tomcat 2 or the Tomcat Mark 2? The Tomcat 2 is the new one, isn't it? I don't know. Ryan Burns, right, mate? Lord Flashshot said that Chronicle thing about the potential ban is one of the most retarded reports I've read, saying they were not wanting to fuck over law-abiding citizens who are going to take your rights. Exactly. Well, do you know what's making me laugh, Lord Flashshot? That they're calling these flip knives. These have never ever been called flip knives by anybody. Flip knives. Just want it. Do you know why? It's because they want it to sound like flick knives. There's a lot of freak shows on tonight. Lee, you're right, mate. Not in the. I mean, there's trolls coming on. I don't mean but you lot wouldn't see the trolls because the mods are just getting rid of them. Our cheap old plastic box, yeah. Oh, the one before the new. I get mixed up, Zed, which was the Mark II, which was the 2. Well, that's surprising, isn't it? Yeah, that proves that. Yeah, even the old ones have still got some power. OG Skywatch, you know what, mate? You're right, mate. I can't even talk now. You should make a video where you bayonet Zombie with a crossbow after the arrows have no effect. I could do that. I need to do a lot more crossbow videos. I never get around to doing them. Yeah. I got them two. I never shoot them. But there's a reason I don't shoot those two. I pretty much can't afford to shoot them. But the bolts are so expensive. And that fucking thing with the magazine, I've shot that 12 times and the string's nearly worn out already. It's not a very good setup, really. Nick said, love how they talk about stopping these weapons getting into wrong hands. As if they can't just walk into a Asda buy kitchen knives. Exactly. Yeah, great big knife like that. Viking Warrior, right, mate? He said, I think I know a place to buy a slingshot rifle. I've seen a link in some videos I watched. Nice one. You might have to just tell us the video or click the link and tell us the website because you can't share links on here, sadly. I think only mods can, maybe even only I can. But thank you, I appreciate that, Viking Warrior. Tactical said you can nick knives, but it's a kitchen knife. It's not dangerous. Yeah, did you know they once described kitchen knives aren't as dangerous as like military knives because kitchen knives aren't designed to hurt someone. No, kitchen knives are just designed for cutting flesh, basically. So somehow that's not as bad. Yeah, fucking butcher's knives are designed specifically for cutting meat and bone. Lord Flashshot said, does that mean they're wanting to shaft us for non-locking slip joints now? Because they're flip. Fucking, yeah, snowflake. Report. I know, it's fucking demented. The old mods are working hard tonight. Very fucking weird. Do I have any Indian swords? I do, actually. I see that one up there. I think the blade of that was originally an Indian sword. Yeah. That one up there. Very far, I said, what's stopping someone from getting a Tesco by the kitchen knife? Exactly. Persia said, swings and roundabouts, mate. Anything is lethal. Let's try enough. Exactly. Started hammers at the ready, yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a lot on tonight, I tell you. Well, Sam, but it didn't look like that originally. It was a big saber with a brass basket hilt guard on it. I cut it down to look like that. Yeah. It was like a big old saber with pattern on the blade. That said, it would seem that they're quite capable of really hurting someone. So I'd say they'd be useful for home defense. Oh, you mean the old crossbows? Yeah. Oh, they are. I'll tell you what, Zed. The old ones were decent for what they were. They are good. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just these new ones are a bit more powerful and have a bit better features. But them old ones are perfectly adequate still for what they were. Tactical said, I dare anyone to smell my next day kebab and beer flats. Where did that come from? I missed a comment there. Fuck's sake. I also got sent this. This is doubly. This will be doubly illegal one day. Pojo said, read about some butter. Hang on. Who hid in a couple's attic. Yeah, and killed one of the crossbow. The survivor is now campaigning for tougher legislation on them. Nutter, that's supposed to say, ain't it? Butter. I kept butter. Well, I didn't know. I never know with you, like if it's some kind of slang. You know what I mean? Yeah, the nutter who hid in the attic. Yeah, it's all right, Pedro. I got there in the end. I heard about that one. Yeah, shut up, Peach. Nut butter. Oh, for fuck's sake. Anyway, yeah, the nutter who hid in the loft is smashed through the wall, shot one of them with a crossbow, and stabbed the woman in the neck with a crossbow bolt. Yeah. And now you can't blame her. I can understand why she wants to do that, but again, that's just punishing the punishing the law-abiding people like usual. OG said, doesn't any knife kept in a kitchen technically make a kitchen knife? I suppose it does. Sambit said, do you have a katana? Origin back to Japan. Well, no. I've got a katana. I don't reckon I could trace it back to Japan. But I have got a katana, but it's in there. I've got what you call a ninja, wall hanging ninja sword there. Grip said, I have an idea for a crossbow bayonet that slides out and retracts. Nice one. You want to describe it to us? You're off, Peach. See you later, mate. There's quite a few different bayonets you could come up with. The reason why I did mine like this is it acts as a handle for cocking it, and also really easy to make and fucking solid as fuck. You'd break the crossbow before you broke that. Richard, my father was a butcher. He eyed my mother suspiciously while she hacked away in the kitchen. A disgraced surgeon with a broken bottle. Can do what samurai can do. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I bet butchers hate watching people using their knives. But says punishing the majority of responsible owners for the one bellend. Yeah, exactly. Lewis said the law changes look legitimate. It's a Northumbria police's. Is it? What, the sword and the flip knives shit? All right. Yeah, it probably will. Luckily, it probably won't come in for a couple of years, so at least people, get prepared for it. But let me look on my phone, seeing. It didn't seem to work on my computer. Sambit said, today I saw a DIY video. Person built a crossbow-like weapon from psychopaths. I got videos making crossbows. I've made an arm crossbow that fits on your arm. I've made various pistol crossbows later this year. Yeah. You never know, it might go through quick. It's just the last lot took about 3-4 years, didn't it? Oh well, thing is, I know it's annoying and all that, but the problem in this country, there's not a lot you can do about it. So you just have to put up with it and move on to something else. It's not like there ain't nothing else. But yeah, it is frustrating and fucking pointless. But I get to the stage where I think it's, let's go to the next thing. They'll run out eventually. Irishman said, I've seen that too, Sam. But Persia said, I wonder if it will cover Scotland, as our laws are slightly different. Yeah, you never know. Lewis said, I'm putting my foot down now. I've had enough. Big B, you right, mate? Right, view photo. But yeah, I know it is frustrating. Now, I'll tell you what, Sam, I think that is just a hang on. Fucking photo. Little picker, you right, mate? Big B said, what's happened? What we kicking off about? Wanting to ban things again. Right, my phone's frozen now. I did see it for a second though, mate. And to me, that looked like basically a decent flipper. If a flipper has like ball bearing washers on, it'll flip out really easily. Or if it's nice and loose, this is reasonably tight, so it won't just flip out without flicking it. Alan said, I'm thinking about making a two-handed divorce sword. Do I want to ask what a divorce sword is? I don't think I do I? I've never heard of a divorce sword. And if it's what I think it is, don't say. A war sword, I was going to say. I'll tell you what it is, Alan. I've had a lot of trolls on tonight, so I didn't know whether you was going to start saying something weird. Lord Flashhawk said, funny how the coppers will pull a guy up for having a bushcraft knife camping, but not a bat an eyelid at Rich Toff in a field with a 12-gauge shotgun. Exactly. Crypt said, it works like an OTF knife, except without the spring. You slide it forward. Oh, I get. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah. That mate. I know what you mean. Crypto, exactly. Josh said, I'm going to bed now. Good night, Josh. She said, oh, thanks. I'll tell you what though. I'll have to have another look. For some reason, I can't play the video or the thing anymore. It just, I've managed to heart it, but when I click it, nothing happens now. I watched it for a second. That looked like put it this way, it's a decent flipper. If you have a decent flipper with ball bearing washers, it just slides out, but no spring. That's legal at the minute. War sword, two-handed war sword. Sounds great. I'm going to make some more swords soon. I've got a couple of weed slashes there to make some nice little light swords. And Richard Weaponsmith is making me an arming sword, blank blade. Oh, by the way, Rich, if you want to sharpen it, you can. You can or just put a little minimal edge on it, and I can do the rest. You don't have to leave it, flat edges. It's entirely up to you. If it's less to buy though, I'll do all the sharpening. Big beef for crossbows again or something else. Swords, certain swords, and knives with flippers. I laugh then because they call them flip knives. That's not even a thing. Yeah, should have handed it in. Yeah, don't hand them in. But as Joe said, I was interviewed for a radio station once about knife laws, and I had quite a rant about it being a 700-year-old law that King Edward had forced on Scotland. Fuck's sake. Yeah. Zapper, you right, mate? Oh, yeah, sorry, Viking. That got hidden. That was the thing with the if people wanted to buy a slingshot rifle, search this on eBay. That's all right. I don't mind him sharing that because he asked to do that, and I said, yeah. 6 or 7 foot long. That sounds amazing, Alan. Nice one. I can agree with some of it, tactical, but yeah, when's enough? Oh, geez, said here in the US, states have some powers to make their own laws. That's why we still have gun rights. Cannabis is legal. Yeah, it can pretty much change from state to state, can't it? Because some states you're not allowed to carry flick knives and that or knuckle dusters, are you? I think electro states like that. You know, in other states, you can, yeah. Crypto said the mechanism would attach underneath the crossbow, Mike. Could you make? I could make it, but as I say, I'll probably just stick with the ones I do, because it's just so much easier. The issue is, Slingshot, if you want these to be really, really strong, you have to have this metal plate on it. As soon as you got that metal plate on it, that makes it difficult to get a knife going in and out easily and shit like that. And also the handle, this part here would have to come back, this whole thing probably, to be able to fit the blade inside it. So then you'd lose the handle, the quiver. It's a good concept, but I think the ones I've done's probably better. Yeah. Not fly shots, I never know. Might have full downfall of society before the Great Reset finishes. Yeah, not managed to bring things in, bring in these bands. Exactly, you never know. That said, all I can say about these new laws is country gets the government it deserves. Crypto said, yeah, someone else mentioned that earlier, Crypto, before, yeah. About, yeah, Middle Ages and peasants having their swords banned. Alan said the war sword's going to be almost half an inch thick. Yeah, sounds excellent, mate. Sounds excellent. Do you do videos? You'd have to show us it. Stokey, he said, what do you think of the new gun Umarex have got for 2021, the HDX shotgun? If that's the one I was looking at recently, yeah, looks good. Quite expensive, though, isn't it? Is that the one that's nearly 300 quid? I'll be honest, I don't really know a lot about it. Looks all right, though. Looks all right, but as I say, I don't really know anything about it. So I'll just read some of the comments. I can't put any video clips on tonight. I'm not on the right thing, but yeah. Oh, you mean like a full-size one, Crypto? He said I would make it for a regular crossbow, Mike, on the Picatinny rail. Yeah. Well, that one's got a Picatinny rail on it, but I've got a lot of accessories on mine. Yeah. I think the ones I've got on the pistols I did, I think that's perfectly suited for them, because it works in different ways. And you've got nothing that can break, as I say. Stokey said, oh, 389 is it? I think. Just ordered it. So hopefully it's good as it looks. It probably is decent. Do you know what it runs off of? Is it like PCP, or is it small CO2, or is it big? Because you get big CO2 now, can't you, as well? So what I've been doing today, been up to anything? I've not really done a lot today, as I said. Yesterday, or whenever it was, I made that. Quite happy with that. Reasonably easy to do as well. Only probably took about 2 hours. That was with filming as well. You could probably get it done in an hour and a half. Yeah, sadly, I can't do it tonight. Tactical said, you owe yourself a prime. Yeah, can't do it tonight. I like to put them on my phone as well. Lord Flashlight said, the HDX shotgun, sure, it has 2 12-gram CO2 cartridges. Is that the big ones or the little ones? I could never remember. But you could get those fucking big ones now, can't you? About that big. 12 grams, just the normal ones, isn't it? Alan said, so it's almost going to weigh 25 to 30 pounds. Sword's probably going to weigh around, 25. Yeah, it's written again, yeah. Nice one, Slingshot. Yeah, I understand you now. Yeah. Yeah, that would be more suited for that, I think. Yeah, because the whole point of why you can't have a fixed bayonet on a full-size crossbow, because it would stick past the foot stirrup. So you would want a folding one or something. Yeah. Sam's seated. Yeah, I'm demonetized. Hello, by the way. I've been demonetized for about 8 years now. My own fault, though. But it's a pity they won't reverse it. Because if I'd have known what I was doing, I wouldn't have done it. Just reading the Irish from I think that's the rail they use for circus. What I know he didn't write. What had he wrote? Oh, Piccadilly rail. Sam said, "Oh well, yeah, long time. I've never made any money from YouTube, themselves. And this is basically my job. Yeah, this is my only income. YouTube. Don't have no benefit money, and this is my job. Yeah, most of my money comes from things like, well, I get a very little bit from merchandise. Most of it comes from being sent stuff to review and selling it. Sam said, if I was you, I would have made a new channel. Well, the problem was at the time, yeah, I understand that. I think what happened was at the time, I think I had about 7,000 subscribers and I didn't want to lose them. So I just thought, sorry. I'll be honest with you, the way it is nowadays with the weapons stuff, they're very funny about who they monetize now anyway, ain't they? Liam, Weapons and Stuff 93, often tells me he's nearly got 100,000 subscribers. And he says all the time when he puts videos on, they won't monetize them. But it's funny, though, isn't it, that Liam can't have ads on his air rifle videos, but these massive million subscriber gun channels, I bet they have ads on their videos. Crypto said, could you make it? I could make it. I don't know if I will. If I ever want to put a bayonet on one of those, though, it'll be in that kind of style, though. It'll be because the problem with a rifle, full-size crossbow, sorry, it has to be folding or something that comes out. If I ever decide to put one on one of those, I'll do something like that. Sam said, yeah, I've seen this gun guy. He has ads on them. They do. That's it. They're allowed ads because of the amount of money they make YouTube. It's a bit like the stuff with you're not supposed to have, if you do videos that are aimed at children, you're not allowed to have ads. They're not allowed to like and dislike the video. They're not allowed to comment. I see loads of massive channels that are absolutely blatantly aimed at children, still got their ads, very selective. If you make shitloads of money for YouTube, they'll let it slide, basically. Lord Flashshot said, indeed, Micro regrets that bikini hot tub stream to this day. YouTube yeeted him within seconds. Exactly. My own fault. I can't help it. I can't help being sexy. Crypto said, is the TSE CO2 shotgun legal in the UK? Yeah, I think it is, mate. Yes, as far as I'm aware, it is. Without knowing too much about it. CM said, bit like me, I can't have ads on my BB guns, but some replicas I can, some air rifles I can. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, it's bizarre, isn't it, that some stuff's right, some isn't. Alan said, how many weapons do you think you have in that room alone? Oh, fucking hell, I don't know. I'm going to count them quick. Let's have a look. Oh, there's got to be more than 300 easily. Got to be. Yeah, 300 at least, maybe 400. Because the thing is, there's all that up there, all that up there, all that there. That whole entire box is completely full of stuff. There's stuff down there, behind the sofa, in a drawer there. I must have 30 knives in a drawer just there. I've got 3 things just on my bed. Right, within arm's reach of me, there's 4. That's just within arm's reach. Maybe 300 or 400 easily. 2 more crossbows up there. I've got them. Bojo said, anyone seen Army of the Dead yet? I haven't, mate. I haven't. Sam said YouTube is annoying. It is. It's a very frustrating place. Now, I like YouTube and I'll always do it, but you know, there's no decent competitor really. And whenever one comes, they shut it down. Big B said the issue with the world now is people think they want freedom. They just want freedom from responsibility. What they don't know is responsibility is true freedom. There you go. Stokey said, been using the T15 paintball marker for some years now. Hopefully I'll never have to use it. But rubber riot bullets are dangerous. Ah, nice one. Yeah, that sounds good. A lot of flies. No, tactical said a lot of flies. I still have the water from that stream. Bargain at £20. Stug said 2 minutes. There is 2 minute account. CM said even talking about the gun laws, I was demonetized. Yeah, that's insane, really, isn't it? And as you say, or as I say, very inconsistent as well. Doesn't make no sense. There's got to be over 300. As I say, there's a drawer here with at least 30 knives in, and that's a small little drawer. That's if you class knives as weapons. But that's just a little box, you know, that's nothing. Compared to that box over there, which is probably 4 foot by 2.5 foot by 4 foot by 2 foot by 1.5 foot. There's a lot of shit in that anyway. But just on them walls, there's nearly 50 just on them two. That's not counting them crossbows. Alan said, I used to have a YouTube channel. I had it for about a week. And I deleted it because I accidentally cut my finger in front of the camera and it was bleeding. Really? And they shut you down for that? Watch out, tactical. You'll be getting a... Joking. Actually, that was on my videos, so I'd get in trouble for that. And Slingshot Warrior, you better watch out. You cut yourself on a live stream. Big Beef said, forgot to tell you, Mike, this week I went into a fishing tackle shop for some bait and walked out with a machete. Crazy how shit happens sometimes. Nice one. Yeah, that machete there came from a fishing tackle shop down the coast. Bojo said, I've had a paintball gun for years. Interestingly, glass marbles fit the barrel. And paintballs can be frozen. Yeah, nice one. Tatsuo said, get the Witcher sword out. New people will like it. Yeah, the Witcher sword's always handy now. It's my favourite fucking thing I've ever made. Not ever made, I don't know. It's the best sword I ever made, though. So this was completely homemade. Leather scabbard. That's definitely my favourite. Might make another one soon. Yeah, really happy with that. Timbo said, first time I get to see your stream in 4 weeks. I'm knackered. Are you off, Timbo? Yeah, that's a shame, mate. Yeah, good night. Have a good old sleep. Crypto said, I'm glad you used my idea for the walking stick of screwing on a metal disc at the bottom. Big B says, sketchy as fuck. The bag they gave me for it was tiny. So everyone on the metro saw I had a machete with me. Yeah, fuck that. Jamie, right, mate? How are you? Little Picker said, this week I've seen a context banner about contrails on a video which did not mention contrails. And a context banner of COVID on a video about a Corona padlock. Corona. YouTuber's lost its mind. Yeah, those stupid little warnings they put underneath videos are fucking ridiculous as well, aren't they? Matthias, you right, mate? So if I butcher your name there. Greetings from Austria. Nice one. He said, have the adder and the RX. Are you satisfied with it? Yes and no. My one will only shoot the proper bolts, but then, you know, that's what you're supposed to shoot. But the string, I've only shot it like 15 times, and the string's wearing out already, which isn't good. I think the bolts need to be a lot heavier for that. I wish they would sell heavier bolts, and also how expensive the bolts are. Really, really expensive. But it's a good crossbow. I like the cocking mechanism. But yeah, I'll tell you what I have bought. I've just bought the redback that has the magazine, the Horizon Redback RX. Sorry, I've still got a bit of a phlegmy fucking block nose. Crypto said, you know, it's my idea. Well, I'm pretty sure there's been a million other people who have done that before, Crypto. You did not invent putting a metal disc on the bottom of a walking stick. I just never used to do it because, in all honesty, I don't think it's necessary. But I knew if I didn't do it, you would mention it again. Sam said, so if I had one of those, my house, and someone broke in, I could use that. Well, I don't know about that. Big B said, no fucking clue, I didn't get lifted. Going for a rifle next. I'll get a bit of money. Nice one. Sounds good. Richard and Mike, you saw those Chinese Dao swords from Scissor 7. I shared a photo on Twitter. Those would have been an easy build from a weed slasher. I'll have to have a look at that, Rich. I've not seen that. Is that recently or? I can't remember, Rich. What do you mean before? This is an invented cutting orange cartons. Zed said the Witcher sword is awful. You should get rid of it. Tell you what, I'll just pleasure it for you. I'll send you my address later. Right. No, I'm definitely keeping that. If I ever get rid of it, Zed, I'll pass it on your way. Oh, yeah, Sling. So you did suggest it. Yeah, I'm not saying you never suggested it, mate. Yeah. All right, Rich. Yeah, I might have missed that, you know. On the joint one. All right. I'm getting mixed up now. Yeah. I'll have to have a look, Rich. I think I'm thinking of something else. Do you know what? Yeah, because Peach shared some, didn't he? Did you share some as well, Rich? I must have missed that. Where's the giant fucking chat on here? There it is. Yeah, definitely don't hold your breath on it, Zed. You know what, Rich? I must have missed that. There's the ones that Peach shared. Oh, yes, I see them now. Yeah, the nice little straight ones. Yeah, they would. They'd be perfect, wouldn't they? Yeah, they've got like a yellowish greeny handle with green hints at the ends. Yeah. Alan said, I got 3 of those crossbows you have behind you. Which one? The one with the magazine or the other one? Joe, right, mate. Weapon inspector. I do get to call some names on here. OG said, everything you will ever do in life was actually my first idea because I'm older than you. Crazy as fuck. Stokey said to Sam CV, anything is a weapon, and the law now is the victim. If the victim comes off worse, you're definitely in trouble using a knife. Yeah. And you got the 3 of the ones with the magazine, bloody hell. You spent a lot of money on them, then, Alan. I'll be honest with you, the only reason I've got one of the ones with the magazine is because I think half of it or over half of it was paid for by a channel supporter. Truth or dare, Bandit, I suppose truth, because I don't know what kind of dare I'd have to do on here. Been dying for that fucking coffee. And so I bought 2 of them and ended up sending me free. Ah, nice. Yeah, because they're fucking 300 quid each, aren't they? Is it true that the sky is blue? I don't know. I suppose visually it looks blue, don't it? Seems like I dare you to give me all your weapons. Joe said, down to earth and fantastic beard. The old weapon inspector. Oh, so mate. It's purple, is it? Why? Yeah, and I don't actually know the answer to this. Why is the sky blue? This is what Rich was talking about. Yeah, these would be perfect for perfect to do with weed slashers. Right, let me turn my thingy down. Right there. Yeah, they would, Rich. They'd be perfect for the weed slashers, wouldn't they? Crypto said, are you going to make a metal reinforced quarterstaff? I will eventually. I need to get the wood for it. Because the wood I was going to use, someone else wants it for something now. And I've just let him have it. Jim, you're right, Jim, how you doing, mate? He said evening, just saying hello before I go to bed. Are you working tomorrow, aren't you? Yeah, that's why you was out yesterday, weren't you? Did you work today? Nick said, because of nitrogen in the air. Cheers. I knew there was an answer to it. It's just I've never heard the answer. Anna said, I might end up start making weapons and selling them for business. Should do, mate. To be honest, I make quite a few things that people want to buy. And I probably will do one day. Yeah, good to see you on, Jim. Hope you have a nice, easy day at work tomorrow. Little Picker said, the sky is blue, grey or black, depending on the weather and the time of day. At sunset, bits are red, orange, and pink. There you go. Yes, all the colours. Lewis said, swords will apparently be legal to keep if they are for educational purposes. Fuck's sake. Is that on the the thingy website? It's fucking mad, isn't it? Jamie, I've just purchased 5 litres of Tipex. I've made a big mistake. Joe said, what do you think of UFO disclosure? In all honesty, I don't really know a lot about that kind of stuff. Interesting as fuck, though. Especially some of the stuff they've shown recently, haven't they? Not that I've seen it, but I've heard it's quite interesting. Big B said, I'll keep mine for educating any cunt stupid enough to break in glass. I might have to see if I can set myself up as a production company. And if I do, I'll be getting flick nose and knuckle dusters back. Not how you'd get them in the country, though, I don't know. But yeah, because if you're a production company, some of that stuff you can still keep. I'll be honest with you, though, I did actually look into setting yourself up as a production company, and it's quite complicated. And you would need like a solicitor or something to help you do it. But I would if I could. But actually, I said, what did Cinderella say when she got to the ball? Nothing, she just gagged. That's sick. Big B said, where's all this shit about swords getting banned coming from anyway? I can't find nothing. Click this link if I've still got it as a thing. No, I haven't. You'll have to scroll up, mate. Scroll up and see. Lewis said a lot of UFO was faked during the Cold War by the Americans to scare the Russians into thinking they had advanced new aircraft. Actually, I looked into that, Mike, and the insurance is thousands. That's it. Yeah, I had a bit of a look into it myself, tactical vague look. Yeah, it's a lot of money, and it has to be done properly. Yeah, it wouldn't be. You'd have to actually be making films and shit, really. It's not something viable you can do just to sit on it and not do anything. You'd have to be making films. That's as far as I'm aware, that's how Dave Courtney keeps all his knuckle dusters and that, and gets to walk around with them occasionally. You know, you see him at, you know, like movie fucking things with knuckle duster. So that's classed as a movie prop when he's at the, you know, like a movie opening, and they do actually do some movies. That's what made me look into it, how he was getting away with having all these knuckle dusters. Where am I? You know, man, you just come on, or was you on earlier? I thought you was on earlier one. Yeah, or is that because I don't know? All right, man. Anyway, man said UFO disclosures BS to keep you off the scent of the real problem in the world. Grip said, I thank God I can legally buy all the swords and machetes I want here in the USA. Dad said, it looks like the sightings are increasing lately as well. All right, let me get it back up for you, Big B. Sing, right, mate? He said the sky is blue according to Flat Earth Society because of the firmament ocean. Is above. Is above as below. Nice. Flat Earth, that's weird fucking it. Yeah, Big B, click that. It's not a definite thing, it's just something they want to do. All right, that's my coffee done. As I say, I've been dying for that. Joe said, for some peeps, they need to be the last peep to admit things exist. You know, I will admit that some of the videos you've seen are very interesting, but they're, you know, what it is, who fucking knows? Could be anything. Poser said, have you watched that anime Macbeth yet? No. I've still got it on the thing though. I've not really in a bit when I'm in that sort of mood, I'll definitely watch it though. Yeah. I haven't been watching a lot of films lately. Most of what I've been doing is watching a bit of TV. Well, not TV, DVDs of television shows and playing PS4 games. Crypto said, Mike, you should buy a CO2 shotgun. I might do one day if I can afford it. You're off, Rich. Good night, mate. Good having you on. But yeah, if you didn't hear me say, yes, those knives would be perfect for weird slashes, wouldn't they? OG said, just Google David Frather alien are fact. I've just seen stuff that would ruin your life. See you later, Rich. Right. There you go. I've just clicked that link for that David Frather thing so I can watch it later. It's in my watch history. Dad said, weird sisters, Macbeth only funny. No, is that what it's called? Yeah, I've got it. I've got it in my I've got it downloaded on my hard drive actually. CM said, at the end of the day, we're all gonna die. What's the point of ruining people's lives by getting rid of people's hobbies and stuff? Very annoying. Exactly. Big B said, I reckon Black Belt Barrister on YouTube will fight this. He's a weapon collector. He's got big ass Nadachi in the background. I'll tell you who else probably would, because it would affect them massively. Well, I say that. Scola Gladiatoria would be affected by it, unless he can get away with saying all his swords are for educational purposes. How do you prove that? Jim said there's a bit of graffiti next to the A10 near Stevenage that says Earth is flat. Some hilarious person has changed it to Earth is Pete. I like that. John said, make a CO2 shotgun instead. That would make a great series. I don't know what the legality of that would be, and that whether you could maintain that under 6 foot-pounds. That would be the difficult bit. But yeah, that would be an interesting video, but difficult to, as soon as you see, if you did a video and you showed yourself making it and it was slightly more powerful than 6 foot-pound and they checked it, you'd get done for making firearms. I don't know. I don't know, Tactivision, how are they defining flip knives? I don't know. I know this is what they think a flip knife is, though. So are they going to start saying any knife that has a tab that you can press to open a knife one-handed? Because then that could start covering things like that. That's just a lock knife. I don't know. Hopefully someone will try and, you know, get the definition done properly. But I have no idea. Joe said, what's David's favourite on Lex Fridman? I've opened up a thing, you know, I've searched that name, so I should be able to watch it later. See him for 5 years in prison, I think, for making a firearm, even if modding an air rifle. Exactly. Dad said, I wonder if they are banning swords, etc., because they think we might all get very, very upset sometime soon. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, could be. Yeah, and what's taken out on them. Although there is at least, I dread to think how many shotgun licenses there are in this country. And I'm pretty sure they said in the 3 local police areas around my way, there was over, oh no, just in my area, like my local police area, at least 100,000 shotgun owners. So there must be millions of shotgun owners in this country, millions. Yeah, Jim, did you click that link? He said banning swords. Shit, banning swords when? Yeah, well, I don't know when, but they're going on about banning curved swords again now. Like where they couldn't get rid of all of the curved swords last time, they want to start banning curved swords now. But don't forget, if it really came down to it, you could just cut your fucking swords down, because it still mentions the 50 centimeter thing. So you could always cut it down to about that length and it's still legal if it's curved. And if it's antique, it should still be right. I'm not sure, though. I can't really say, like, definitely. You know what I mean? Because I don't really know. Is that shotguns, Big B? Yeah, 1 in 6. Yeah, it's a lot of shotguns. Yeah. Big B, so I'll just give mine to a mate who doesn't give a shit about the police. Well, that's it. Well, as I've said before, I'm not encouraging people to break the law, but if you're never going to have the police around your house, you know, if you suspect the police are never going to come around your house, you'll never have an issue. See, I actually have the police come around my house. You know, they tend to, I don't know why, I think I'm on some kind of list, but every 4 or 5 years, they raid my house. Not for weapons, it's never been for weapons, but they always come up here and check the weapons. They always find some weird bullshit, you know, like a magistrate who will give them a warrant for some bullshit. Yeah. It's never actually ever been for weapons, though. So, but because of that, I can't risk it, because they deliberately changed those laws so that what they can do, they can come around your house, and if they find one illegal item, they can pretty much take everything on the basis of crime prevention and crime reduction. So someone like me would have to be, if I want to keep all my weapons, which is over, you know, there's got to be over £7,000 worth of stuff there. Probably spent more than that. If I want to keep that, I have to be totally legitimate. Because I can't risk it because they do come here. The last time they came here was 2017. Yeah. Magnus Kelson, how are you, mate? Sorry if I butchered your name there. Joe said, be prepared, things are going to hit the fan. Jim said, I am convinced. Where's that gone? It'll be cross. Oh, I agree with you. I think it will be Crossbows one day. Yeah, I'm going to have to give up. Well, not give up. Hopefully, they'll do a license thing, and I'll just get a license for them. Because I'm not giving up over £1,000 worth of crossbows. Big B says, more people killed every year by screwdrivers. I think there's only been 3 crossbow-related deaths in the past few years. Not sure, I only heard from someone in the face. There's been a few recently, but it's still not a lot. Outdoors Addictions, how you doing, mate? You right? Mark said you can't even carry a 3-inch lock knife in your pocket in public. Next, they'll be banning them from garden spades and swords and axes. Oh, sorry, I fucking burped then. Well, luckily, I'll be honest with you, I don't think, I know you're joking there anyway, but luckily I don't think they ever will ban tools. So they can't stop you having axes, machetes, bill hooks. You know, fucking have a chainsaw if you fucking want one. But pretty much everything can be replaced by a legitimate tool, I've noticed. You can get machetes that are like a sword. Yeah. You know what I mean? You can change most of these things to some kind of legitimate item that they can't stop you. I may have to be tool collector one day, but yeah. Well, I know a knife is a tool, little picker, yeah, but you know what I mean? They don't class it like that, but I know what you mean. CM said, need a license to get a pickaxe from B&Q or water car. Big B says, the reason they never used crossbows for attacking the castle, they shit at a fence. They're a defensive weapon, literally. Just get one of your bigger crossbows, take it downstairs, you'll see. Oh, I know that, Big B, I know that. Yeah, you don't need to tell me that. Yeah. Oh, crossbows are very cumbersome. Little Picker said a gun is a tool. It's a hole punch. Thank you, Mark. Yeah. I was just showing my sword I made. Going to make another one soon. I've got 2 things down there to make some more. No Flash said you are a tool collector. You've picked us lots along the way. So I butchered that. Big B said, doing a home invasion with a crossbow would be like trying to sneak a couch in. I'll get it now. Fuck's sake, that's took me a minute, Lord Flash Up, to actually understand what you're saying there. You're saying you look are a bunch of tools and I've collected you. You picked us a lot along the way. I get you now. Fuck's sake. It was only because Lord Tactical laughed me ass off. Damn right, Lord Flash Up. Zed said, tell you what, military officers would be pissed off if they can't carry an expensive saber they bought. Well, exactly, Zed. Can you? Well, if I was selling it, you could, because it's perfectly straight. You could buy this. If I might make some to sell one day. These take quite a while to make, though. And the sheath, the scabbard is very involved. Little Picker said, I've always thought of a crossbow more of a hunting weapon than a defensive weapon. Well, it is, really, isn't it? Yeah, it's just we're not allowed to hunt with them over here. Magnus said, hi from Sweden. It's enough to drive too fast to get rid of the license for weapons. Hello, Magnus, by the way. So what, if you drive too fast, you mean they can take your license off you? Is that what you mean? I'm not sure there. Big B said, I just view my crossbows as a tool. Yeah, well, you know, my crossbows are, just a bit of fun target practice, really. Object history, you're right, mate. He said, I'm back. Did you see how I've been going after Shadowversary over his crappy nunchuck videos? Never got more comments on my channel. I'm going to have to check that out. I did see that you did that video. I'm going to have a look at that. Because I know I often hear from some of my viewers and people I talk to that Shadowversity often talks out of his ass and will refuse to back down when he's wrong as well, don't he, as far as I'm aware. So I'll check that out. I did see that you'd put that video on. I'm a bit behind the videos. Couldn't even talk then. Lord Flashshot said, I think that applies to us. Applies to cops, no spray. I think what applies to us should apply to cops. Yeah, it should really, shouldn't it? Yeah, exactly. Kenny, yeah, I'm all right, mate. I'm good. I'll be honest with you, Object History. I only know of Shadowversity through other people. So I don't subscribe to him because yeah, I have heard he often will talk shit basically and then refuse to back down from it. Not Flashshot said, I think, yeah, I read that, didn't I? Big B said, it's therapy for me having my crossbow. I know I could take care of myself with it if things went to shit and I've had a bad day. A bit of shooting makes me feel better. Yeah, they're fun, aren't they? Like my one, I absolutely love this thing. Lovely to shoot, and it's just fun because it's an unusual setup for a crossbow. And I've got all my accessories on it, most of them that I made. Yeah, love that whole thing. Yeah, I'll check that out. Object history sounds good. As I say, I did actually see that on there. Well, I'm a bit behind on videos. Did you see this that I made? I know you like your old did you? I can't remember if you commented or not. This is based off of a deputy's yardstick, which was what the miner's deputy would carry. This is a homemade heavy duty version. I know you like your. I'm tempted to make something out of the end of one of these because that would make, if you cut that off there, that would make a nice little club. I don't know what maybe I'll put some crossbow bolt tips in the header one. I know you like that kind of stuff, object history, so I assumed you'd get there eventually. Big B said, I've got an EK Jaguar 2 Pro. I know for my crossbows 2 in my town, it would be weird not to have it. Spyro, you right, mate? He said, could you actually stab someone with that crossbow? Yeah, you could. That is a proper working bayonet and made to, to be able to withstand something like that. Irishman says Shadowversity does some good stuff. I've heard he does. Yeah, I'm not saying Shadowversity literally just, but I have heard occasionally he will do a video where he says something wrong and then will just refuse to back down from it. His arrow on the right side of the bow makes sense. He just draws a lot more criticism and then responds with more videos. Big B said, my crossbow has basically become part of my identity. I say my name to people who don't know who I am. I say autistic kid with crossbow, and then they straight away, really? That's sake. Zed said you could make a great trench slab from the top of that. Yeah, perfectly suited for it, isn't it, Zed? It's absolutely perfect. If you just look at that, I could taper. So I won't cut this down, but if I bought another one of these, I could taper it down like that, but have it like there. And then I'd still have about that much to do something else with. Yeah, I might do it. And yeah. You know what would fit in those really easily? Crossbow bolt tips. Spyro said, very good. Always love this show. Jim said, I'll be making a blackthorn shillelagh type walking stick for next winter. Got to find myself a PC. I wouldn't mind finding a bit of black form, but I can't seem to find none round our way. But yeah, that's what you want, isn't it, Jim? Tactical said stick was basically better. So how could they evolved from nice flails if a stick was better? Oh, sorry, was that someone else? It don't matter anyway. Oh, yeah, his nunchuck video was shit. I've used them for years and laughed at his video. Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. As I say, I'm assuming Shadowversity does do some good stuff, but I do hear a lot of criticism about him. And as I say, I don't actually watch his videos, so I can't actually say, definitely. But well, there you go. If you're interested in an answer to Shadowversity's nunchucks video, go and watch Object History's video. In fact, I'm going to find it now so I can make sure I watch it later. If it's in my watch history, I'll share it for him. Object history. Challenge to Shadowversity. Oh, I've missed another video. I've missed that trench knife you put on as well. I knew there was another one I wanted to watch. Yeah. Right, so if you're interested, this is Object History's video on the Shadowversity nunchuck discussion. That's in my thing now. Oh yeah, 230 comments. Nice. Yeah, that is getting a lot of comments. Nice one, mate. That's nice. Yeah, 230 comments on that. Yeah, that's getting a good discussion, isn't it? Sings had ever thought about making Negan's baseball bat when doing some tests? I have, mate. I've just never got round to it. I think I will one day. Yes, I've even got a bat somewhere. Where is it? Oh, it'll be in that box now. I've got a baseball bat that I was actually sent by accident, but it didn't matter because I wanted one anyway to do a barbed wire around a baseball bat. So I actually got what I meant to buy, or what I ordered, was a machete. And instead, instead of getting an Anglo Arms 23-inch machete, they sent me an Anglo Arms 23-inch or something baseball bat, 28-inch baseball bat. So I've got one ready to go, and it only costs like £7. It's just getting around to it and buying a little bit of barbed wire. Pergio said, just subbed Object History. I can't say I disagree with everything Shadowversity says, but the guy just seems a bit of an knob to me. As I say, I don't subscribe to him, but I often hear a lot of criticism about him, especially on the, not backing down on stuff that is blatantly wrong. Because if you do a video and thousands of people are literally saying you're wrong, you're more likely to be wrong, aren't you? You're more than likely to be wrong if thousands of people are saying you're wrong. And in that case, I would learn from that and say, oh, maybe I was wrong. Learn from it, move on. Some people refuse to, though. Not saying Shadowversity does that, because as I say, I don't actually watch his videos. But I'll have a look later, and I might even watch the Shadowversity video to see what he was saying. My husband's head to Persia. Shad can be annoying. A knob is a good description. How many subscribers has he got? Jim said, obviously I'll film it, Zed. I missed something there. Oh, the Blackthorn, yeah. I'll cut 2 pieces. One to do a quick job for the winter and one to season properly. Yeah, Matt Easton's cool, ain't he? Scroller Gladiatoria. Yeah, he's a good bloke. Yeah, he's all right. I like him. Bergeau says, same with Scalagrim guy. Just seems like a knob. I do believe if I was in a room with them, I'll smile and nod and just think, I can't wait to get away from this person. Oh, fuck's sake. CM said, who asked about Army of the Dead? I've just finished watching it. It's okay, unrealistic, so not something I like. All right, nice one. Persia, did you say what's that? There's quite a few of the big channels I have no interest in, really, though. The problem is you lose all interactivity as well, so it's not the same anymore. Tactical. I'm sure he wouldn't do that. But yeah, I do understand that. Scal, I used to get on reasonably well with years ago when he was a smaller channel. But yeah, you know, the bigger you get, the more difficult it is to actually talk to people, sadly, isn't it? But I don't mind unrealistic films. You know, films are escapism, aren't they? You know, if every film was rated on its how realistic it was, you know, there'd be a lot of boring films, wouldn't there? Little picture, nunchucks are a deterrent effect. If someone's well in nunchucks, no one is going to mess with that dude. Same is not true for an armed man with a stick, unless he's fry attack. So yeah, it was okay. Just been better if the zombies were a bit realistic. I might give it a go. I've not watched. I'll be honest with you. I used to be a massive zombie films fan, and then I went off them for ages. I think it's just because, you know, when the zombie genre was getting absolutely massive, there was just so much stuff being pumped out and a lot of crap. So I stopped watching them. But I will go back one day, and luckily now there's like hundreds of good zombie films I could watch. You're off, serial killer. See you later, mate. Simpson, I meant the zombies. Sorry, that's all right, mate. And I didn't. What I was saying, I didn't mean that. Like, you know, that wasn't aimed at you. I was just saying in general. Zombies can jump and can't die from bullets and stuff. Yeah, the problem, if you start changing the zombies to things like that, then really, as you say, realistically, you'd never beat them because they'd be worse than super. You know, it'd be like a superhuman you'd have to kill. Lindy Bays, I've never watched either. Matt, I do actually sub, but I don't watch all of it. I watch some of his videos. But in all honesty, I'm not massively into historical sword stuff. But occasionally Matt does do a video that I will watch. But yeah, it's just I'm not really into that kind of stuff. Object history. Problem with the huge channels is they end up drinking their own coal too much. Yeah, that is true, actually. That is true. Object history, definitely. That says, now I've seen it all. People watching films about imaginary creatures complaining the film isn't realistic. That's so sad. But yeah, a lot of the big channels do get a bit well, I suppose the non-polite way to put it would be up their own arse. Crypto, I like how Twilight killed the vampire craze of the early 2000s. Vampire films. I think a lot of vampire films could be a lot better than they are. I often think the vampire genre is quite a wasted genre. I like I wouldn't say I'm a massive fan of vampire films, but I like the concept. The reason I'm not a massive fan of vampire films is because a lot of them are quite poncy in a way. You know what I mean? They should make them a lot more, I don't know. But I think, you know, where's a film with like, I don't know, like that's just off the top of my head. Let's say like, if you was a vampire, basically someone who couldn't die, I think you'd end up being more like a gangster than a fucking weird poncy bloke living, you know, wearing roughly fucking close. Do you know what I mean? Well, I don't know. There's a lot of things they miss that they could do with vampire films, and maybe there are ones like that. But CM said, I don't like when people claim it's zombie films, but then the zombies don't die and super stuff just defeats the point. Yeah, the old classic zombies are the best. I do love the old classic zombies. There's nothing better than the old classic zombies. It was just more realistic. As you say, it's not, zombies aren't realistic, but it's real. You could escape those. You would actually have a chance. Dr. Mike, you have 33k subs. Sit and talk to everyone like us. Like we are, mate. Respect. Well, thank you, Dr. And I'll be honest with you, I will always try to do that as well. If this channel ever sort of blew up, I'll always try to do it. Even if I have to put a 5-minute 5-minute slow mode. No, I won't do that. Little Pixar, I completely agree. My vampire nightmares are scarier than most vampire films. Yeah, I think there's a lot of missed opportunities in vampire films. I think there's a lot more stuff they could do, but no one seems to want to do it. Cryptid, I like vampire genre. I like the Lost Boys. Yeah, they're good. They're some of the better ones there. Nick said the Blade films are good examples. Vampires use their traits in ways that actually make sense. Yeah, that's it. I think there's a lot of missed opportunities with vampire films. Lord Flashlight said the first Blade movie was good for the vampires. The minimal CGI was done. Where's that gone? Done with a toddler and put out regular videos. Hang on. No, that's shut up and I've read 2 comments at the same time. Oh, a pack of crayons. Fuck's sake. Big B said I consider Mike a mate, not gonna lie. Thank you, Big B, I appreciate it. Dust Till Dawn's a good one. But yeah, I think there's a lot of missed opportunities and so much stuff they could do. Yeah, Dust Till Dawn's great, actually. I forget about Dust Till Dawn. Little Picker said, I kind of hate Blade. I could never understand what people see in it. I've only ever seen the first 2, I think, and I thought that was all right. Persia said, my wife made me take her to see the Twilight movies, and I would rather shit in my hand and clap than watch them again. That's right. Big B said, if I can talk to Mike every week, usually that's better than what most of my mates get. Same here, though. That's the same here. I'll be honest with you, I quite often, when I sometimes have a drink, sometimes I'd rather actually have a drink on a live stream than go out. Seems I get more out of you than I do with my other mates. They just talk shit. Don't. Bloody Tactical nearly put a tear in my eye. Person, John Carpenter's Vampires. Yes, that's good. And that's got a lot of good concepts in, hasn't it? Persia. I bought that recently because I've seen all of John Carpenter's films apart from the Elvis one. Because I'm not really interested in watching a John Carpenter Elvis film. But yeah, I bought it recently because I actually wanted it on DVD. Jim said, Tactical, I don't know how the fuck Mike keeps up with the chat. And he remembers who everyone is. Well, I'll tell you what, Jim, is when I go on to my Twitch streams, it's even worse. Because people come on there from here and they got different bloody names. Now that is fucking confusing. I'll tell you what, I'm better with real people's names now because there's quite a lot of people who used to say to me, call me by my real name. So then I'd have to remember an account name and the person's real name. I used to have a piece of paper written down. All flashlights. I don't have in real life friends. I have kids and a missus and weird internet people that have similar interests. Yeah, there you go. Well, that's just getting older, isn't it? That's just not getting older. I don't mean old, but you know what I mean. That's pretty much what as soon as you're working, that's fucking life, isn't it? Working and got a missus and kids. Don't you start big, V. I don't have to remember Brandon now. Yeah, I put a great big piece of paper out there with everyone's names on it. But yeah, vampire films. What have I got? I'll tell you what. Classic. This is a classic vampire film, 1980s. A lot of the vampires are gangsterish. Forgot about this. If you ain't seen this, you're missing out, mate. And it's also got Grace Jones. Vamp. If you've never seen Vamp, that's the original cover for it. And that's the new, that must be the Arrow version. It's got Dee Pfeiffer in it, who is Michelle Pfeiffer's sister. Yeah, if you've never seen Vamp, get that. That's fucking brilliant. Jed said, well, to quote Vivian from The Young Ones, this is all getting a bit Crawley public. Nice one, Dad. Yeah, make him stop it. I actually got a tear in my eye at one point. Shit, Dad. Getting a bit too much for him. Oh, The Hunger. Yeah, that's one you recommended me. That was good as well, yeah. That had quite a good concept to the vampire genre. Yeah, I think a lot of people get a bit lazy with the vampire. You know, I think there's so much you could do with vampire genre. Object History. There's a ridiculous vampire movie from the 80s that I loved. Damn, now I want to remember the title. This is good. Yeah, if you've not seen, this is from, is this 80s or was it like very early 90s? That's, this is, I think this is later than I think. I'm never sure when this came out. It says on there 1996, but I'm sure it's older than that. Maybe this isn't 80s then. Maybe this is mid-90s, but you would think it was an 80s film watching it. Very confusing, that. Yeah, it says 1996. Swear to God that was an 80s film. You would think it's an 80s film watching it, though. Oh, 1986. Yeah, do you know what? On the back, it says 1996 for some reason. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I always thought it was 80s. Very confusing little picker. I don't know. On the DVD, that says 96 for some reason. Well, as I said, not sure if I've seen that, but I've seen Blackula from the 70s. I've never actually seen that, but I know about it. Crypto said, I've seen it, Mark. Great movie. Stan Williams, right, mate? Said, bloody hell, Grace Jones is scary enough without being a vampire. Yeah, you wait till you see that, mate. Irishman said some of those vampire women are sexy. I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm pretty sure I had that on VHS once. Yeah, that's confused. I reckon they fucked up on here and accidentally put 96 when it's 86. I don't know. It don't matter anyway. It's a good film. Little Pigs, it was 1986. I looked it up on a torrent site just now, purely for research purposes, you understand? Yeah, let me know if you watch that. This is how you'll know if I like a film. I buy it on Blu-ray. I don't buy a lot of Blu-rays, but every now and then, and well, saying that, not all the Blu-rays I got are that case. But quite often, if I buy something on Blu-ray, it's because I want it in like the best quality I can get it. There's nothing wrong with DVDs. I love DVDs. But, yeah, every now and then I want like, yeah. Dad said tactical kicking off with Bela Lugosi dead was a damn good start for the vampire film, I thought. Yeah, was that the very first one? Because I know Nosferatu was an early one, wasn't it? Which is a rip-off of Dracula. They got done for that in the end, didn't they, I think? Yeah, we ain't done the old support thing tonight. If anybody wants to support this channel, you can. Even with just £2. You can buy me what's called a coffee. You buy me a coffee. So there's a link just been put on by Nightbot. Tactical put it on there. To give a one-off donation, click this link. Click that link and then you can leave a donation for like £2 or more if you want. And it will help fund these kind of projects when I have to buy the stuff, because my only income is actually YouTube. I don't get paid. I'm an involuntary volunteer. But it don't matter if you don't. But it does help if you do. And merchandise. We've got t-shirts. I'll tell you what I did put on recently. The only thing is they've got quite a lot of postage. Teespring have been taken over or changed to Spring. They bought out some new products, but those new products have a little bit more postage than other things. You can now buy a steel water bottle, like like the ones I show. It's not quite this shape, but you can buy a steel water bottle similar to that with a WeaponCollector logo on it. I've put like a really cheap postage on it. The only problem, actually, someone click that link and check it still works for me. I've done the cheap, I make like £2 off them or something. The problem is 2 of the new items set £7 postage. And you can now buy a pint glass. You can buy a WeaponCollector pint glass. Again, though, sadly, it has £7 postage because it has to come from America. But if you buy them, I get money out of it. You can get a nice WeaponCollector pint glass. Because I want to buy one myself. I want to have a WeaponCollector pint glass next time I have a drink on screen. Thank you, CM Military. Thank you, mate. You just supported me. Cheers, mate. I can't play you the little video saying thank you, but cheers, mate. I massively appreciate that. Have you left a message? I'll come over and have a look. If it shows up, it doesn't always show. Thank you, mate. All right, what's he said? Enjoy. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. But it does genuinely make a lot of difference when people do that, because it does help. And also, I don't mind people saying, "Yeah, Mike, here's a tenner. Go and buy a weed slasher for making a sword," or you know what I mean? Like, Lord Flash Up once donated like £30 to buy a. He wanted to send me a Lansky Mad Drop, but instead it's easier, in all honesty, to send me the money and just say, "I might buy a Mad Drop with that," and I will. I'll buy it with that. There you go. Yeah, I want one, Jim. He said, "WC pint glass." Oh yes, sir. I do. I want one. I just couldn't afford it at the time, but I will be getting myself a WeaponCollector. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. It's not cheap, sadly, but it's as cheap as I could do it. Lord Fly Socks said that plant glass getting bought at the end of the month. Lol. Yeah, nice. I want one myself. I might have to spend some of my Patreon money on one. Grips a little off topic, but this news story will make you laugh in the UK. Government tried to fine an American social media company. Yeah, I know nothing about that. I know nothing about that, sadly. Cripsa Slingshot. Right, Mark, he said, "I have the film Vamp. Good film. I've not seen it in ages. I may watch it tomorrow." Yeah, it's a great film. Really good fun. It's good fun, but got a good bit of gore. It's an 18. It's funny as well. It's not a deadly serious film. Yeah, I really like that. Tactical said, "Drunk stream with us all waving WC pint glasses around." Yes, it was great, wasn't it? Did someone check the link for me to check it's still working? Because I'm not trying to trick you into going on there. But right, so if you go onto it, you got to scroll right down to the bottom because they're new. Yeah, there's the bottle. So stainless steel water bottle, only comes in one color. You can also get a stainless steel tumbler, and there's the WeaponCollector pint glasses. Yeah, WeaponCollector pint glass. It's £11, but as I say, they do put a bit of postage on it, but I can't stop that. Thank you, CM. That does work. Well, I said my missus wants a WC personalised massager for reasons. Fuck's sake. Sadly, they don't make them. That said, by the way, if anyone wants old horror stuff, take a look at Horror Babble. They read a lot of old horror stories, like audiobook thing. Great for when you're just chilling out. That sounds good. That sounds good, actually, Dad. I'll have to see if I can find a company that makes personal massages. Little Picker said to me, "What's your favourite film of all time? Any genre. Don't be embarrassed if it's Bambi or Deep Throat or something. I want to know." That's a hard one for me to say. Possibly Once Upon a Time in the West. That's one of my favourite films. I'll say that. Once Upon a Time in the West. Yeah. That's nearly a perfect film, in my opinion. That's a pewter mug, and I'd shoot my load. Closest I can get to a pewter mug is this. It's a steel mug. It's a stainless steel tumbler. I've also put some masks on there now. So there's masks, accessory pouch, loads of stuff. Right, where am I? Simon, how you doing, mate? You right? He said, been busy. Good to see you still on form. Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate. Yeah, I'm all right. Still got the remnants of a cold though. I'm gonna have to. I might have a look later, seeing about clearing out the tube. You station tubes, aren't they? I can't. They're blocked, and I can't hardly hear. And like Saint said, you need to make a WC grinder. I would if they did them. Yeah, Teespring added a few more things recently, so I thought the pint glass would be a good seller because I want one myself. I do want a That's all right. I read it in my head, Slingshot. I don't think anyone's interested in it, sadly. You know, I don't mean that like in a bad way, but I don't think anyone's interested in talking about that. I don't know. I don't even know what it is. Because I was hoping you were going to say the film I haven't seen. Once Upon a Time in the West is superb. Yeah. Well, my favourite film. That's it. If you said slightly obscure films, what would I recommend? Oh, I don't know. Here's one though. How many of you lot have seen Maniac Cop? Because that's a good film that doesn't often get mentioned. Alex said, "I'd recommend you put a pool noodle around your pint glass. Don't want a virtual bar fight." WC Fong would be good though. Good touch too. I don't think they do Fongs. What I haven't done yet that they can do though, because this often gets asked for. People often say to me, "Can I do kids' clothes?" Yeah, with Bruce Campbell, Pergio, yeah, and they do. If you want to, if someone says to me they definitely want me to do it, I could make you a baby's baby grow thing with a WeaponCollector logo on it, and I could also do little kids' clothes now because I know Electro bought a T-shirt for his daughter, but he could only buy like an extra small T-shirt, and it was still massive. They actually do kids' T-shirts now. Who wants to have their kid walking around with that older knuckle duster? Because I can do it for you. I might do a new one like that. Can't quite see the A cab though if I do. You've never seen Maniac Cop. You've got to watch that. You'd love it. If you've never seen Maniac Cop, you'd absolutely love that. It's got a cool weapon. It's 80s. You know, I know you love 80s films. It's got Bruce Campbell in it. Little because General Pinochet thought he wasn't subject to UK law, but he still got nicked when he set foot on British soil. Then said, "I hear a company is selling creatures for people who want to have sex with living mythical animals." Fuck's sake, Zed. And it sold a lot of unicorns. Then everyone realised they were just donkeys with dildos stuck on their heads. That's all said, Mike. That yardstick would look amazing. Red leather stain, then varnished. I might do that. That would look fucking nice, actually, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think that would. Yeah, saying that. Tactical. Yeah, you imagine that in red. Yeah, I might do that. I'm going to do more sticks anyway, so I'll definitely do another one of these. So I might just, yeah, you're right, Tactical. Thinking about what that red handle looked like, that would look fucking beautiful with a big stick. You're off, Big B, Brandon. See you later, mate. Lord Flashshot said, my 18-month-old wee Jimmy would sport that logo on his jammies. I can do it because it don't take me 5 minutes just to put the pictures on them. And accent, if you make a kid wear that, they'll grow up living on Red Bull. Silk cut purple. I don't know about that. B&H gold more like. I don't drink Red Bull. I just drink Tent Super. Nah, no, you're joking. But I can do kids' clothes now. Yeah, Red Bull and Rollies more like, yeah. Exactly. Too expensive to buy B&H gold nowadays. It's about 20 fucking quid for 20 in it. But if you want your kids to be wearing some Weapon Collector merch, just confirm it and I'll do it. I'll set some up later after this. Because it's easy. I've got the logos already. You just, with that Teespring, you just go onto the thing, pick the item, put the logo on it, confirm it, do the prices. I've got phone cases as well now, if anyone wants them. Little pictures. I'll check out Maniac Cop. Bruce Campbell's quite watchable. It's a trilogy, apparently. Yes, it is. Yeah. The first, they're all right. The first one's the best one, though. But yeah, they're worth watching, all of the Maniac Cops. Yeah, I think Lambert and Butler's more a kid's sort of cigarettes nowadays, isn't it? Fags. I'll stay on for a bit longer, maybe 1:45. What was I saying? Yeah, Maniac Cop's a great film, though. I thought that as well, actually, Irishman. He said that stick would look nice with burnt. Yeah, with the burn it to get the grain to show up a bit more. I agree with you as well there. I did think about doing that, but with this one, I just thought I'm just going to do it straight up. You know what I mean? Varnished. I was hoping it was going to come out a little bit oranger, if that makes sense. But it's nicer, isn't it? That's a blimey, not smoked in 20 years, never seen them. Oh, do they still do Lambert Butler? I'm not sure. Because all cigarettes now don't even have a fucking picture on them, do they? They all look the same. Stick needs a bayonet. Well, luckily, Lord Flashshot, it's got a little bayonet lug just there. Not really. Actually, let's suddenly make this illegal. There you go. That's actually what I was on about to do. I wouldn't mind a club with a load of them sticking outside of it, you know, like a trench club. As I said, WC condoms, you open one and Mike says, all right, ladies. Yeah, and then when it finishes, it says, for fuck's sake. And then if you go behind, it'll say, the special ones, extra strong ones, for everybody loves a bit of bottom. You can actually wear that t-shirt while you're doing it as well. And that Saint said, who do you think we are? Thieves? Alex Saint said not Alex Saint. Zed said a good dose of linseed oil would bring out the grain of that stick quite nicely. Yeah. I thought of that, but I've never got any linseed oil. Object history said my Santa has sworn by linseed oil his whole life. Bob, his name ain't Bob the weapon guy anymore, is it? But Bob the metal guy anyway. Yeah, he swears by boiled linseed oil. Yeah, he really, really recommends that, Bob. Yeah, I might get some one day. I thought of that as well. I did think about oil in it, but the problem is it's what I've got at the time. But yeah, I know linseed oil or boiled linseed oil is really nice for wood, isn't it? Simon said, "Cool Hand Luke, did you rate it?" Never seen it. That's Steve McQueen in it, and is that Steve McQueen and I can't remember the bloke's name. Mother, how you doing, mate? You right? I've got blurry eye. I think I'm getting there. So I'm either getting some kind of allergy. You know, when your eyes get a lot of like crap in them, or I'm getting a mild eye infection. I got some eye drops downstairs anyway because I bought them last time. Never needed them. It might just be dust as well, or pollen. I think that one is too far. Alex says a WC butt plugs, lol. That's too far. Paul Newman. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I've never seen it. I'll be honest, it may sound sacrilegious, but I'm not actually much of a fan of either of those two. I've nothing against either of them, but I'm just not a massive fan of either of them. But it might be a really good film. Yeah, I've never seen it. It took a while to pop up that one, didn't it? Stag said WC flashlight. No, that's too far. Fuck's sake. Mother said, "Do you know when you will have the new crossbow?" I'm not sure because I can't remember. If they dispatched it the day after I bought it, potentially tomorrow. But Merlin Archery are a bit weird with their. I don't think they give you like a confirmation of sending it, do they? I'm not sure. Maybe Monday. But no, I'm not. I'm actually not aware, Mother. They've not actually told me. Yeah, Lord Flash Art. I forgot to say when you was on. I've ordered the Redback, the Horizon Redback RX, the one with the magazine on it. And as far as I can tell, what you do with that, you load up the bolts into the magazine, clip the magazine into the crossbow, shoot your 5 bolts. I think it's to have multiple magazines. That's why they're so cheap. So you take that magazine off, get another preloaded magazine, put that on, shoot those 5, take that magazine off, put another preloaded magazine on. Because I think the magazines are only 30 quid. So it's not, you don't have the magazine fixed on it. Because you have to take it off to reload it anyway. I think they've done it. So it's like a gun, basically. Shoot, take the magazine off, put another one on, shoot, take the magazine off. I saw 5 knuckle shuffle then or something. Tadwell said that would bring a whole new meaning to knuckle shuffle. I ordered it last night. Lord Flash, I think. Object History said, "Cool Hand Luke, classic," and it has blackjack in it. I'll have to give it a go. It's not that I dislike those two. It's just I've never been a massive fan of them because I know people are big fans of Paul Newman and that. Steve McQueen. Yeah, it's not that I dislike them. I'm just not really massively into either of them. Yeah, I think I should have it soon. It was. Do you know how much it costs? Lord Flash, they're only 76 quid. They're on Merlin Archery now. But what I might do, I'm basically going to set up that Redback. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm undecided. But put it this way, I'm going to put this stock on the Redback, or I'm either going to take all this off and put the magazine onto this one. So I'll have this with a 5-shot magazine, and then I might even buy a couple of spare magazines and see if I can work out a way to mount them magazines underneath here so that you could shoot, take that magazine off, take one off and put it on, put the other one back underneath. Yeah, mad, isn't it, Lord Flash? If you buy the Redback in certain places, it's more than it's like 70 quid anyway. Yeah. Tactical said, "Mike, I wonder, could you get £90 R9 prod on the Redback? Now that'd be awesome." I've looked into it. I don't know if it would make much difference. I'll tell you why. So the £90 on that is slightly bigger. The problem is, from here to here, if you put that prod on, the string's about here. So you lose about an inch of your power stroke. So I bet it probably wouldn't be much stronger because you're losing a bit of the power stroke on it. But that does also mean, though, that you could fit a £130 prod on that. And you would probably still get 110 out of it, potentially. I don't know, though. But the problem is, it's that lack of draw length which is doing the power, isn't it? Because that would only be pulling back halfway. So it might, I'll be honest, I don't reckon you'd get much out of it. That's look how thick that prod is compared to Tomcat 2. What, this one? Yeah, it is a bit thicker. It's a bit thicker. But I have compared them. But I don't know, because you're not getting much. You would only get, this would only be pulling back to there. So I don't know if that would even be 90 at that point. Because that's only half, you're only getting half the draw out of the prod, sadly. So I've got a feeling it probably wouldn't. I got a feeling you probably wouldn't get much out of it because of the lack of power stroke. Alex Saints, I just got back from watching Harry Enfield and fucking died when I saw the Scousers got murked by the bouncers. Yeah, I do like a bit of Harry Enfield. Mother said, I don't think it will happen, but let's hope those fuckers face custom workers or not make any problem with the package. They stopped my slingshot from Go Gun. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it, mate? Hopefully you'll be right there. Pedro said, yeah, cool hand, Luke, and some great one-liners. North Flashlight says 6-inch steel bar for a backbone. Yeah, that's probably the way you want to go. If you want to boost the red back, I'll be honest with you, I don't think they need it. I don't think hardly any of them need the power upgrade. I know you can, because I know you've done it, haven't you, Alex? Lord Flashlight, sorry. You've done it with yours, haven't you? They are decently powerful as they are. That Redwood prod looks twice as thick as my Tomcat 2 one. Never noticed. I'll tell you what, it definitely is a bit thicker. That's what made me always wonder if it was going to be more powerful. It is definitely a little bit thicker. Because I even put some calipers on when I got it. Because it does. If you look at the top, the redback prod does actually, to the naked eye, look thicker than the Tomcat 2 one. Mum said, I think you should keep the Tomcat as it is. I'll have a think. I would like see, but I do want like a fully kitted out magazine one. Yeah, I'll tell you what, if I'm going to put a stock on the redback, I'll probably just make one. The 3D Karen one looks okay, but I don't think it looks as nice as the ones you can make at home, and it definitely don't look as nice as the Tomcat 2 one. It looks a bit bulky and weird, the redback stock extender. I could easily make one because I've seen, just put a tube on with a bit of L section. You don't even need to do that. You can actually put like those kind of stocks on them. But yeah, I'll have a think about when I get it. I'm going to think about what I might do. Because saying that, I think you're right. Because it'd be a shame to suddenly not have the Tomcat 2 set up as it is. Josh Almighty, how are you? You right? All Flash said cocking isn't the problem with more power. Mine's supposedly 120, but the trigger itself feels like it's bending. Yeah, I wouldn't like that because it's a it's a finger risk as well. If you're putting a bolt in and that breaks. That's it, tactical. Yeah, Pistol Crossbow fan made a nice stock for his redback. And Tumbo's made some nice ones. I think you could make one better. With that, though, with the Tomcat 2, though, that 3D printed stock is brilliant. Really, really nice. Just fits on it really nicely, perfectly. Really solid. Josh said, do you have any tips as to sharpen 5160 spring steel sword? I received one that has a false edge. Other than, I'm not an expert on sharpening swords, Josh, but what I use is like a 4-sided diamond dust sort of sharpener. And if it's a double-edged sword, you make sure you definitely wear gloves, because eventually while you're sharpening it, when you turn it over, your hands are virtually touching a sharpened blade. And what you want to do, it'd be hard to show you, but say that's the stone. Have I got anywhere where this would be high enough to show you? You basically rub the blade along the stone like that, turn it over, do it the other way, and you can get an all right edge doing that. You may a big fucking whetstone. You may also want to, if it's very blunt, got a little belt sander to put the initial get the edge to sort of touch at least. You know what I mean? I've got a video about sharpening swords. It's a very basic one. Videos for sword sharpening. I'll be going off any second now anyway. Zed said, Simon said, Zed, tell Mike it's not Steve McQueen and it's worth watching. Oh, it's not Steve McQueen. If only, because it shows not much has changed. It's just got more subtle. I'll look into it, Simon. Oh, I thought you said it was both of them. Maybe YouTube thought I was holding up a gun. Sorry, my nose keeps itching, man. Yeah, slap it on a grinder. Just be very careful with it. Make sure you wear gloves with a double-edged sword. Cheers, Josh. Right, I better go off because it's 11:45 where I am. Cheers for watching, everyone. It's been a good stream tonight. I enjoyed it. I'll be on tomorrow night, 9:30ish. I won't be drinking. I might have a drink next week. Right, thank you for watching, everyone. Appreciate it. If you want to support, quickly put in the word !support. I'll do it this time. Oh, I spelled it wrong already. Someone else do it. Stag beat me to it. Go to coffee.com, leave me a donation if you want to help the channel. But yeah, I appreciate everyone. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you tomorrow night. Good night.